Alright guys, so a couple weeks ago I did a video where I was testing flex tape against alien shield tape, and I did a bunch of different tests, and one of those tests I did involved this pipe. And I created this pipe to simulate a leaking water line, like an incoming water line into a house. So the water hose hooks up here, there's a hole in the pipe builds pressure, and I wanted to see if the tape could seal the pipe and stop the leak. There was a ton of confusion around this pipe, and so I just want to kind of make a video and kind of clear some things up. The first thing is that a lot of people didn't know that the water pipes in your house are under pressure. A lot of people seem to think that because in a house the water has more places to go and there's more pipes, that this wouldn't simulate an actual leak. But that's just not how it works. All of the incoming water lines into your house, whether the water line goes to a water hose, a sink, a shower, whatever it is, they're all under the exact same amount of pressure. Whether the pipe is 1 inch big, 4 inches big, it doesn't matter. All the pipes are under the exact same amount of pressure. So what I have concocted here is exactly what it would look like if you had a 4-inch water line with a 1-inch hole. That's exactly, in your house, that's exactly what the leak would look like. Second thing was that there was people that said that it would have worked if I dried this off and then put the tape on. That's not going to work. I'm going to demonstrate that. There was also people that said that if I wrapped the tape all the way around that it would work. That's also not going to work. I'll also demonstrate that. The last thing that there was a lot of confusion that people thought that even if I did seal this thing and get this hole to seal up, that at that point I would have created a bomb because the water would just continue to build pressure inside of the pipe and the pipe would explode. That's also not true, and I will demonstrate that as well. So let's go outside. Actually, before we go outside, we're going to kill two birds with one stone. I'm going to wrap the tape all the way around the pipe, and it's going to be dry. Because if the tape is going to stop the leak, the best chance that it possibly has is it being dry and wrapped all the way around. Really? Come on, man. Oh, no. Okay, well. Flex tape. Once it touches, it's garbage. Let's start putting it here. Stretch it real tight. That was another thing. Everyone said that if I stretched it real tight, that it would work. Alright. There we go. That's a full wrap all the way around the pipe. Let's go see if it works. Alright, let's see if this will work. There's no way. The pressure is going to build inside the pipe. The air's already leaking out. And then pretty soon the water's going to start leaking out. Oh. Oh. Stop. Do not write that comment. I see you. I know what you're about to say. So, the cap is not leaking. Here's what is happening. If you look at the tape right here, you can see that the air pressure builds up and pushes the tape away from the pipe. And then there's a little crease right here, and the water is traveling through this crease and spraying into the lip of this cap and then bouncing back. The cap is not leaking. Oh, yeah, there's the water. Oh. Oh. I didn't expect it to leak like that. The last time it just kind of leaked onto the table. It didn't spray me. So anyway, it doesn't work. All right, so obviously that didn't work. Now I'm going to explain why if I did plug the hole, why that pipe isn't going to turn into a bomb and explode. And the answer is actually extremely simple. So you can see that here on my water hose, I'm getting just under, see if you can see it. Anyway, I'm getting it just under 40 psi of water pressure. So the reason that the pipe won't explode is just simply because the water hose can only put out 40 psi of water pressure, and that's the max. So the only thing it can do is pressurize that pipe to 40 psi, which isn't enough to make it explode, and that's it. So if you think about it, effectively, by if I was to plug that hole, effectively I would be doing the same thing as putting this pressure gauge onto the water hose or putting a water hose nozzle on top of the water hose. Once the water has nowhere to go, the hose just pressurizes to 40 psi, and then that's it. It can't keep going up. Very, very simple explanation, but just in case you don't believe me, I have rigged up a pipe, another pipe, that does not have a hole, and we're gonna see if it will explode. All right, this is the pipe with no hole. The water has nowhere to escape except for this exit valve. So I'm gonna let it fill up with water and get all the air out, and then we'll cap this off, and we'll see what happens whenever this thing gets under pressure. See the water coming out? All right, I think most of the air has been purged out. Now, what I expect to happen is obviously the pipe, nothing's gonna happen to the pipe, but I expect my connections on these valves to maybe start leaking a little bit because I'm not a plumber and I couldn't get the absolute, I couldn't get like a 100% solid connection, but it's good enough for this demonstration. Yeah. Jeez, it looks like even this cap is leaking a little bit. By now, this pipe is already been pressurized to right around 40 psi at this point, and nothing is happening other than this. This leak actually might start getting a little bit worse. This is all that's going to happen. I'm even going to leave it here for a couple minutes just to see if anything else happens. And as you can see, nothing happened. We'll let some of this pressure out. So I hope that kind of clears things up. All right, guys, so I hope that cleared up all the confusion. These tapes are just not meant to hold pressure. That's just, it is what it is. They're not made to hold pressure. If you have a hole or a leak inside of a main water line, this is not what you're gonna wanna do to fix it. So that's that. On another note, I wanna start doing videos like this more often, where I go back and like retest something based on comments that you guys have made. So leave comments down below on like what video it is and what it is that you want me to redo or retest so that I can do more of these videos. So, hope you guys enjoyed it. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next one.